This mic on? Check. Hello. Morning, Mom. Victoria didn't remember my birthday. My mom told her it was my birthday. She wouldn't have known otherwise. But it was very sweet of them to say happy birthday. I did appreciate that. Moms are appreciated for that too. Buckle up, kids. We're not messing around today. It's a 1-hour show, and we're starting at the end of the pre-show. We're going to do that thing we do on Mondays. If you're not here on Mondays for Manning, to see Manic Monday with Manning, I don't know what to say. Wait. I'm confused. What do you mean start the pre-show? The pre-show has started. I'm so confused now. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to do that thing today. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. We're still celebrating that birthday. The reason we're going live early today is because I'm having a birthday lunch at 12. I want to get that out of the way so I can get to my lunch in time. This seems off. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Fleischer coming up in just about 2 minutes. Just about 2 minutes. Actually, no, way less. More like a minute. Oh, heck. Go ahead and start. Why not? But, I mean, I think we should just go ahead and start. It's 10 o'clock. It's an hour long. I mean, what does everybody else think? Do y'all want to see some Fleischer? Are y'all excited? How do you like my little mural, my Andy Warhol inspired mural of Fleischer here? It made me laugh so much. I just don't even know how to express it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weekend case review with Lone Wolf Usul. Today we are doing a suit review, 4 days of Fleischer fashion, fun, and excitement while Fleischer makes the tough decisions from the bench. We're going to be watching some really interesting cases. I've watched these already one time through, and I gotta say, I think it's pretty interesting. I want to watch it again, and I'm all here for it. Here to share with you. I'm your Lone Wolf Usul. I am your curator. Thank you for joining me today. We do this every weekend on Saturdays. We also have something like this on Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time with Judge Manning. Join us then. For now, let's check out some Fleischer, shall we?
Aking Pelu, come up, please. Is he seriously on two different DWI third probations and has now picked up another case? Aking Pelu.
Judge, he is on probation, as of March 13th. So 6 months into his, yeah, so they
Two-
probated 2 DWI things.
Let's see on that second.
And he's already had another DWI third
It's-
dismissed.
I see. It was dismissed and re-indicted or refiled with the second judge. There was no second. You see on the.
Yeah, okay, I see. Mr. Aking Pelu, you're now charged with driving on a suspended license. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
August 26, 2024, in Harris County, Texas. Officers observed the defendant's vehicle that had a defective back left tail light. The officer then conducted a traffic stop. The officer observed the defendant to be the driver and the sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer asked the defendant for his Texas driver's license, and the defendant gave the officer the driver's license with an expiration date of May 24th, 2024. The officer then ran the defendant's driver's license and found that it was suspended. The defendant's driver's license was suspended from March 14, 2024 to March 12th of 2026. The officer asked the defendant if he was supposed to be driving, and the defendant stated that he was not supposed to be.
And he's probably not driving without an interlock. I gotta imagine there's probably a condition on it that he's not supposed to drive as is. And they gave you a PR bond? I don't think so. Mr. Aking Pelu, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Take a seat for me at the jury box. Let's keep going and then I'll come back to this one. I'm not letting you go. Take a seat for me at the jury box, Mr. Aking Pelu. We'll come back to you.
2 hours later.
Judge, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Page
Hold on a second. Hold on. Mr. Aking Pelu, come up. I'm having you fill out this application to see whether you qualify. It would probably behoove you to get a lawyer very, very quickly. They have notified the felony courts that you've now picked up this case, that you're driving a car and that you don't have an interlock. You are on felony probation for 2 DWI thirds and you're caught driving a car without an interlock. This is an affidavit that you're signing with me today, Mr. Aking Pelu. So help me on everything that's holy. Jesus, take the wheel. You get into a car and drive. I will have a contempt hearing. You will be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do not drive. Do you understand? Do you see what that says? No driving whatsoever. It's a matter of time before they file 2 felony warrants on you now. I don't know what it's gonna take. It would really benefit you to get a lawyer now, because I'm telling you, it's just a matter of time before 2 felony warrants issue and you're being held at no bond. As it stands now, we will have you fill that out and I will see you back tomorrow. Hey, Spade's birthday today.
Oh, nice.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Spade.
birthday!
Day 2.
Page 19, Williams, come on up.
Is this the last one? Are you Tamon Williams?
Yes, Judge, page 19.
Hey. Oh, Mr. Williams. Let me express my disappointment with you, Mr. Williams. You were on probation for a DWI, and you have now picked up a DWI third and an unlawful carrying of a weapon. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On August 28th, 2024, a traffic stop was conducted on a vehicle traveling 43 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone. The officer observed red watery eyes, slurred speech, and smelled a strong chemical odor like a perfume, which was an indication to the officer of masking an odor. The officer ran the defendant's driver's license and found that it was non-eligible with a mandatory suspension from a DWI conviction active until 3/20. Defendant did not have an ignition interlock. He was driving his licensed vehicle. The defendant denied drinking. Arrest for driving while license invalid. An inventory search conducted by the officer found an unholstered handgun under the driver's seat, a cooler with ice cold beer cans in the trunk. Also, the officer observed an odor of alcoholic beverage on the defendant. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted and they saw 6 out of 6 signs for the horizontal gaze test, 7 out of 8 for walk and turn, and 4 out of 4 for the one leg stand. Also, the defendant consented to a breath specimen which blew 0.105 and 0.103.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to have you sign with me today. Well, first off, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now having you sign an affidavit with me today, promising me that you're not going to drive. If you do, I will have a contempt hearing. Guess what else happens now, Mr. Williams? Take a wild guess. What happens now? You're on probation for DWI. You were ordered to have an interlock. You're driving a car without an interlock and with alcohol on board. Guess what happens? Guess what happens? I'm now issuing a warrant for your arrest. And it goes with you. And I'm now going to set your bond at the same thing that the felony is. I need him to sign this affidavit though before, please. Come up, Mr. Aking Pelu.
I don't have any guidance from the phone.
Council for reset.
I am so upset that I can just. You will be required to hire a lawyer. I'm going to give you 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You must have a lawyer within that time. Do you understand? And I'm going to tell you now, if I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing and you'll be facing 6 months every single time. Do you understand? Do not drive. Because of everything that you have now charged, I am also putting an ankle monitor on you not to consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. On your other ankle, I'm going to put a GPS monitor and I am giving you a curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. If you violate that, I'm going to violate your bond. Do you understand? Okay, go ahead, take a seat. Or Trentus, have you met with him yet?
He has something to tell you about his ankle monitor.
What?
Medical condition of legs.
I don't care.
And
I am putting an ankle. You are on 2 felony probations for DWI. And now you pick up a suspended license case and you don't have an interlock in your car. I have 0.
I have interlock in my car.
They told me that you don't have an interlock.
I don't drink again.
I'm putting an ankle monitor on each of your ankles. I will pay for it so that there's no excuse, but if you don't have it on, I will put you in jail. That's it. Take a seat for me.
You approve it?
No,
No.
no.
THA?
THA.
Okay.
Hold on. Mr. Aking Pelu, are you unemployed? Why?
Because of the charges I'm facing, I'm starting, they gave me an offer next month.
I have here that you have a salary of $1,800. Where is that coming from?
Yeah, I do maniac job for people that I know. That's where I get
What?
that maniac job, like little stuff.
Are you married?
I'm not married, I'm divorced. I have a partner.
Living.
I works in an hospital.
How much money does your partner make?
I don't ask her about that. I don't know how much.
Yeah, I'm not going to grant this. I'm going to take it home and fill it out if you want an appointed lawyer. If you want an appointed lawyer, you must fill this out in its entirety because I need to know about your household income. I don't grant appointed lawyers like it's candy on Halloween. You must actually qualify. So Victoria will give it to you. We will give you a couple of weeks and then you can come back. And if you qualify, I will appoint you a lawyer. But I will not be understanding if you don't get these ankle monitors on. Do you understand? And you will go to jail. And on cases like this other individual, I just set his bond at $35,000. So if you violate these conditions, get ready. You will have a high bond. Do you understand? Good. That way.
This way.
I'm bringing you out because I want you to know what expectations you have or the conditions that I'm putting on you now. I've made your bond really high because I want you to understand that we mean business. Apparently you didn't get the message before and I hope you get it now. I'm giving you a curfew. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. So I'm giving you a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'm also ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to drive at all. And you will be signing an affidavit. What that means is that if you drive, I will have a contempt of court hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. On one ankle, you will get a GPS monitor, so I know that you're in compliance with your curfew. On your other ankle, you're getting a scram alcohol detection monitor so that we know that you're not consuming alcohol. Do you understand the conditions that are set forth? So if you violate these conditions, I'm going to triple, if not quadruple your bond, because I will deem you a complete and utter danger to the public. And I'm doing everything in my power to protect it, to just prevent any more deaths. Every day in this county, someone dies from an alcohol-related collision, and I don't want it under my watch, and I will do everything in my power to protect the public. It's a shame. I mean, didn't we have yesterday here someone that died from a DWI? The other day, another one. All the time, people here in our court for killing someone. And this week, I think we've had 3. Not anymore. You have a great lawyer. Just listen to him. He'll take care of you. I don't know if you're going to bond out or not. I will tell you that I have already emailed Judge Martinez upstairs to let you know, to let her know that I've taken you into custody so that she doesn't violate any conditions on you upstairs in the event that you are stuck like Chuck. That's where we are. All I want in my streets to be safe. That's all I want. At some point, we'll get through to you. Good luck. Okay. So we'll sign all the conditions now. He knows what's expected of him. The GPS is prior to release, Trennis, okay? Please. Just get the date, whatever date you want now. If he auto-populates, we'll just put him back and then give the date at that point, whatever, and then he won't auto-populate anymore.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, guys.
Day 3.
Judge, may I approach?
Hey,
Hi, Judge, approaching on Ms. Briano's synagogue. We spoke about her on Tuesday.
is she here?
She is here. You want me to call her up?
Here's another one. I don't know what to do. I'm
I'm here,
making-
Judge.
Oh, no, that's a few.
That mustache on Dane. Oh my, that's what you did. That's what, when a hurricane. That's what you did. Grow a
Can't even
mustache.
grow a mustache.
Now I'm trying to grow this like he's like in a Western back in the mid-90s.
This is a big problem right here. This is a, and I don't know how to go forward here because everyone here has literally bent over backwards to, guys,
Order in the court, hold all side conversations.
everyone here has literally bent over backwards to try to get both of these cases dismissed for her. Everyone but her. She has refused to even sign the agreement to enter the P-180 program. Last time here, I called mom on the phone. Mom says, I have not started work. I'm not going to start work until the 6th of September. So set the P-180 for September 5th so we can go in. She can have her interview to have 2 cases dismissed. She refused to sign the agreement. And she she doesn't have a license, doesn't have insurance. She wants to, and mom wants her to drive here. And I'm like, no, she can't drive. And that's, I think, one of the main problems is transportation. But we literally bent over backwards, contacted, I personally emailed the people in the P-180 program to set up the appointment today. And
Yes, Judge. So over the weekend, since last week, I was tasked with getting the P-180 contract signed. Contacted my client. She is not interested in the P-180. She would like to go to trial on both cases.
happy to do it. I'm happy to do it. I'm now sending you for a drug and alcohol test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. Okay? I don't, good. I want to do it again. And I'm going to do it every time you come here because I want to make sure that you're not using it.
The only issue, Judge, is she expected to come back today for that drug test?
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those automatic ones.
Yeah.
We still need evidence in this case. Are you going to give us a trial date or do we still just follow up on the audio or?
I just, Pavel,
Your Honor, we're not completed with discovery on this case yet, so we're requesting a little reset for the audio.
What about on the first case? Is discovery complete?
On the first case, I don't believe so. I haven't evaluated the discovery on the first case. We were looking at the second case together, him and I, so it does not appear to be completed though. So I'm requesting a 2-week reset. I'll get it all put in the portal.
She's on docket today, right?
She was not placed on docket today. That's why I confirmed with everybody that she was expected to be here. She was expected to be here. It just slipped through the cracks, I guess, and wasn't put on the docket.
Do you have the cause number handy?
I have one of them. Yes, Judge. 25-13903. That's one of the cases.
I'm okay if you want 2 weeks, because they're not too
Yes,
terribly
sir.
old, for sure.
Thank you, sir.
You know, and sometimes be careful what you wish for. All you had to do was an interview and you would have gotten both of these cases dismissed, and now you want to go to trial. I'm happy to accommodate, but careful what you wish for, because you're looking at a minimum of 180 days in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, Ms. Senegal, I'm not happy with the way that you've treated us, and I'm not happy with how things have gone down. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Judge, the only thing, well, I guess we'll talk after she comes back with the test result.
Yeah, I'm not waiving her appearances.
That's what I was gonna, that's what I was.
She's
gonna
got to
argue.
be here for the next setting in 2 weeks. I'm going to drug test her again, and then after that, we'll set up a trial.
If I may, Judge, the Senegal conveyed to me how tough it was for her to get here and how expensive it was for her to get here today.
You want to go to trial, this is what we're going to do. You have to be here so that we can go through all the evidence, and I know that you go through the evidence with him so that you're fully informed, you know exactly what's out there, because I don't want you coming here on the day of trial. I haven't seen this, I haven't seen that. No. We're in 2 weeks, all the evidence is going to be here, and I'm going to have you go through with him so that you know exactly what's going on, you know exactly what's going to be used against you. And then if you still want to go forward. I'm not resetting this case anymore for P180. P180 is gone.
I understand.
So it's either she will accept a plea bargain from the state, or we're going to set this case for trial. But I'm not playing this game anymore.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll send her right now to get the drug test. and
Please.
come back.
thank you.
Now,
Owen,
we have a plea ready on Mr. Beton court.
okay. Let me get my document. Come up, Mr. Betancourt. Oh, Mr. Betancourt, Mr. Betancourt. So not only do you miss court on multiple occasions, but you have bond violations, and you want me to take this time served? Really? You want me to reward you with a slap on the wrist when all you do is violate condition after condition after condition? Really? What sense is there in that, Mr. Betancourt?
I mean, I was just,
Your excuses go in this ear and they go out that ear. Actions speak. Words. If my kid makes a mistake, I say, okay, that's all right. And he makes the same mistake again. I say, come on, man, please. I've told you before. He says, I'm sorry, Dad, really, I'm sorry. And then he makes the same mistake again. And he says, Dad, I'm sorry. What value is there in that sorry, Mr. Betancourt? You sound like Elmer Fudd, man. You're sorry means absolutely nothing to me. And I'm going to do this for you, though. But this is what I'm going to do for you, also to you. I will take this plea today. And one day you're going to think back to this day and go, damn it, I had this dismissal on my hand, and now I've got this. You will be required to pay the DPS fines, fees, and surcharges. I will take this plea. Owen, I absolutely love you, and I will take this plea, but you will be required to pay $3,700.50 for all the fines and fees. And if you don't pay, guess what happens?
You're locked up.
For every $100 you owe, you will sit in jail for 1 day. And if you owe $3,700, is this a 0.15 or above? What is this?
To be.
Guess how many days in jail you will be doing? Because the first time you don't, I will order you to jail and you will be sitting. And if you don't believe me, we had one in, didn't we have one here yesterday? Same thing, remember?
I want to say it was yesterday or the day before.
So this will go on your, this conviction will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life, Mr. Betancourt. And I'm going to tell you that if you ever get in a car, you're pulled over, officers will see your record. You think they're going to be nice to you? Right. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. And if you ever come back to this court, I'm going to light you up so bad. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never come back and change this or challenge this. Do you understand?
Understood.
How do you plead to this offense, sir? I will find you guilty. I'm going to suspend your license for 1 year. How much is the court cost?
We don't know yet until we enter and we'll know.
Okay.
He can have to see it and we'll.
You will be, like I said, you will be required to pay all the fines, all the court costs. There's a $3,000 DPS surcharge that you're going to be required. On top of that, I'm also going to add the court cost that you're going to be required to pay. I'm going to say that somewhere in the neighborhood of around $500 to $600 at a minimum, you're going to be required to pay. Now, I'm not that bad of a person. I'll give you about a year to pay it off. But if you don't pay it, you know exactly what happens. You're on notice. Forewarned is fair warned. And I'm going to tell you, you ever come back to here with another DWI, the next one, you're looking at around $7,000 to $8,000 in surcharge. And if you want to keep paying it, okay with me. Good luck, Mr. Betancourt.
So you're doing.
Let's see how much it is, and then I'm gonna calculate it. Thanks.
Judge, reapproaching.
Okay.
Ms. Briano Senegal. We have pre-trial here with the test result.
It was real bacon for something positive for your marijuana THC.
So she has just continued to smoke. Come up, Miss Senegal. Do you mind giving me the cause number again, please?
Oh, Judge, 2513903.
Okay, go ahead and sign for this.
Actually, so we tested her on 8/28, so she needs to be tested again 9/28, or actually probably like right after October. So I'm testing you the beginning of October. If you test positive again, then I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to let you just keep smoking weed and just running around amok. It's not going to happen. So are we still setting this for trial?
Yes, sir. When I spoke to my client this morning.
Oh, or did you want to, I said you wanted 2 weeks actually, right?
Right.
That's right. I forget about that. Right. So let's set this off 2 weeks to make sure you get the evidence.
Okay.
We're going to come back. I want you to be able to look at the evidence with her, and then I'm going to test her again. The 31 days from the 8/28.
Judge, the only issue is the back and forth.
I don't know.
It's not an issue.
It's not an issue?
No.
Okay,
Okay,
2 weeks?
yeah.
All right, sounds good. Thank
The
you.
event. All right.
All right, so I'll have to see you.
Day 4.
All right, we're gonna circle back to 17 and 18. Richardson, come on up.
You say Richardson?
Yes, 17 and
Okay.
18.
Mr. Rodriguez, they're in the locate the other person.
Okay. Kendrick Richardson.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Richardson, you're charged with 2 counts of assault. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine on each of your cases. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
August 31st, 2024, an officer was dispatched to an assault at the V-Live Club at 6603 Harlan Drive, Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the complainant and the defendant that had moved to across the street in an open parking lot at 6440 Southwest Freeway in Harris County, Texas. The complainants were yelling for help and several males surrounded the defendant. One of the complainants stated that she and her friends were in the club. She observed the defendant, a stranger, touching and pulling on her friend, another complainant. The first complainant observed her friend scoot away from the defendant. The defendant continued to approach the second complainant and continued to touch her body. The second complainant once again moved away. The first complainant, grabbed the second complainant and physically moved her away from the defendant to show him his presence or company was not wanted. The defendant used his hand to grab the second complainant's face and cheek area, pulling her towards him. The second complainant threw a punch at the defendant. The defendant threw her to the ground and punched her several times with a closed fist. The first complainant began to fight the defendant to protect the second complainant. The defendant struck the first complainant several times all over with a closed fist, causing pain. While the first complainant was trying to explain to security what happened, the defendant punched her in the face with a closed fist, making contact with her jaw, causing pain. The first complainant became lightheaded and felt dizzy. The second complainant stated that she was in the club with her friends. The defendant, who was a stranger to the complainants, approached her and began to touch her thigh and leg area. The second complainant stated that she moved away from the defendant. He touched her again and brushed the bottom of her breast. She moved away from the defendant once again. The defendant then grabbed her by her face and cheek, and she punched the defendant once. The defendant grabbed her by the hair and threw her to the ground, ripping her weave from her hair, causing pain. The defendant then began to strike her several times in the face with a closed fist, causing pain. The second complainant stated that she fought the defendant back while she was on the ground. Officers observed injuries on the second complainant's face, spots of red blush/bruising the size of a nickel, a red mark approximately 4 inches long on her shoulder blade, consistent with being thrown to the ground. The defendant stated that nothing happened and he just needed to go home.
Mr. Richardson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on each of your cases. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go to any nightclubs, bars, or any place where the more than 50% alcohol sales are done. Do you understand?
Sir.
If I find that you violate these conditions, I'm going to put you in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to make your bond so high that you're just going to spontaneously combust. I will do everything in my power to protect every single person of Harris County. Do you understand?
Sir.
No contact with either of these people, no weapons as well. Do you understand?
Sir.
What do you do for a living? Say that again. You're a boxer. Holy moly. So are these deadly weapons then? Because if they allege it deadly weapons, guess who gets a serious second-degree felony? You're looking at 2 to 20 of the penitentiary on that one, on each of those. You better be careful, Mr. Richardson. Do you understand? What kind of income you make with being a boxer?
Well, I've just started.
You just started. So how do you make money? Where do you work?
I work at the port.
What kind of income you make working at the Port of Houston?
Around 10. I just started, so I'm trying to get back into the flow of work.
Why'd you stop?
My TWIC card, I had lost my TWIC card.
Are you on probation or parole right now?
Yes.
Which one? Are you on parole?
Probation.
Where?
Children's County.
Can you run his NCIC, please?
What's the question, Your Honor?
Is he on probation anywhere else? And what for?
Your Honor, he's not on parole. He's completed his confinement to the robbery. With regards to Children's County, he's on a 4-year probation for harassment started in 2023. That's when he left.
Better be careful, Mr. Richardson. You need a lawyer. One that county figures out you've picked up with 2 assault cases here. You know what's going to happen, right? They're going to issue 2 new warrants for your arrest for those, or at least one issue. They will issue 1 warrant for your arrest for the probation that you're on in that county. You're supposed to behave yourself while you're on probation. And when you don't, warrants issued.
Sorry,
You want to apply for an appointed lawyer, sir? I'm absolutely serious when I mean protecting the public, Mr. Richardson. I'm going to do everything in my power. You start acting a fool in the free world, I'm going to take the free world away from you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, come on.
Just wait a second. Mr. Richardson. Hold on, she's gonna have you sign for a reset over here.
Good morning, Mr. Brooker. Or good afternoon, I guess.
How are you, Judge?
What's going on with you?
Doing well, just on my way from Brazoria County. So my apologies about the Zoom. I normally like to be there.
That's why we have it.
Yes, sir. I have our friend who's on the docket today in custody, Mr. Frasier, Daniel Frasier.
Okay.
Yay.
What are we doing with Mr. Frasier?
Well, the state made another offer per the chief of 30 days Harris County Jail to resolve these. Which,
Yeah, I want him to go into a facility. I mean, have we done,
I know.
when, did we did a T-Raz, no?
We did. This was several iterations ago, Judge. I think maybe 3 or so settings ago when he was in custody.
Okay,
But then he ultimately bonded out and got us back here. You sent him for a drug test the last setting, and that's why we got back here.
right, okay.
Frazier, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Frazier. Here we are, back yet again.
Sir.
Your evaluation says that the proper place is SATF, which is a treatment facility. I think that that is the proper course.
No,
Okay, I know you say no, but that's what,
it's not about, I'm not, God, man.
Sir, no outburst, just.
Stephen, it's okay. You know, I mean, really, I get your frustration, but
I understand, but the last time that we were here in court, it's not that I didn't go to take the UA. I couldn't submit when I went there. I came back to the court. The courts were closed. I came to talk to you. As soon as we went out this door, Mr. Brooks and I spoke to him. I told him, I said, I need to turn back around and talk to the judge. I said, I'm not going to be able to pass one right now. He said he'll talk to you and he was going to come. And I don't know what happened with that conversation. He never got back with me. I still went down there to submit a UA. I was not able to submit one. I came back to the courts. When I came back to the courts, the courtroom was locked. I communicated that with Mr. Brooks. I'm not sure what the issue is, what the problem is with him and his communication, but it sucks.
that's baloney. And
What
I'm
do you
going to
mean?
call you on your baloney right now. I know him. He's always been above reproach. It's not him, it's you.
No, I communicated
Him under
that.
the bus.
I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I
It is, you're
communicated.
disingenuous and it's just not true.
No, I did communicate with him. I promise. Why would I lie about that? I have no reason to lie. The same way that I told you the truth about everything, I have not lied about
I have been dancing
for
since
2 years exactly.
since 3 years.
This case has been going on for 2 years. It's not a drug problem. It's not a drug issue. It's not at all whatsoever. And I swear to you on that, it is not. I can look you dead in the eye and tell you.
So what is it, Mr. Frazier?
There's nothing going on. There's nothing wrong. I'm just trying to continue my life. I'm just trying to do that's it. Honestly, that's really it. I'm just trying to just get this done with and continue my life. There's not a drug issue. That is the honest truth. And I don't know what else to say or how to communicate that to make you believe me. There is not a drug issue.
Okay.
I just want this case to be over with so I can continue with my life. I feel like it's been holding me back. I just want my life back. Just want my life back. I want it the way it was. I want my life back, but this is holding me back so much.
There's only one way that's going to happen.
It's not a drug issue, man. Please listen to me. It's not drugs. Please just listen to me. It's not drugs.
Mr. Frazier.
I don't have a drug issue. The last time we were here in court, the plea bargain that was on the table was to time served. What is wrong with that? What is so wrong with that?
History is any indication.
I have never, ever failed a drug test ever since I've been in your courtroom.
You just don't go.
No, I have never failed one.
Just don't go.
That was the one and only time. That is the one and only time. Look it up.
Lower your voice.
Stephen.
No, Your Honor, I understand, but.
Sorry.
Lower his voice.
It's okay. I get it. Emotions run high. But I'm going to tell you this, that you're probably one of the best actors
I'm not
that have broke
acting.
through this court ever. You put on such a show.
I'm going to take it to trial.
Okay.
I'm not, I don't.
I'm, for once, we're in agreement. Because I know that you don't want to go to the inpatient facility. So my recourse is to set you for trial.
What was wrong with the plea? What's the plea
I'm
bargain?
not taking it. I'm not going to
How
take
can
your
you
just
just
little
not
plea
take
of
it?
guilty for you to get out. Because I know you get out, you're going to pick up another case.
No, I'm not.
And we're going to. Really?
I didn't pick up another case now.
Let's go through this now.
Okay, so that was then, this is now. When I did have an issue, but I don't have an issue now. And what I'm trying to do is just continue my life and you're holding me back.
Ready? Can I go through this?
Go ahead.
Okay. So 6/3/24, criminal mischief, 12/29/23, assault bodily injury. Right before that in November, assault evading arrest, terroristic threat, assault bodily injury. And on the terroristic threat, assault bodily injury, and on the VPO that you pick up right before that, I had to set the bonds at 30,004 because of all the times you took off and that you refused to take a drug test.
I never, what drug
Terroristic
test?
threat.
Time out. What drug test? There's never, no, that's a lie. That's 100% lie. What drug test? Go ahead. Call those out because I don't remember any of those.
Every case that you've had here.
There was not, nope, that's a lie.
Let me finish or no?
Go ahead.
Every case since the first couple, you know what it was? It was with your first DWI that you came in here. That's when I started drug testing you. And since that point, it's literally gone sideways.
Never failed one.
After that, all you did was keep picking up cases, keep picking up cases, and you would never appear in court. So regardless, look, I'm not going to get into this pissing match with you. What's going to happen now?
Too, because obviously you're not in agreement and you just obviously want to have control. That's all it is. You want your way.
I'm going to have you go to the SATF program.
I'm not going.
Okay. I'm going to set your case for trial.
Thank you.
And if you're found guilty, then we do it as part of your probation because I will. Is he looking at a year? Is he looking at, yeah, you're looking at a year. So what I'm going to do is I will sentence you to 365 days in jail. I will probate that for 2 years. And then I'm going to, as a condition of your probation, put you into the SATF program.
Why?
Because that's what I think you need.
What? So then 3 years later, you just take 3 years of my life?
Clinicians that assessed you.
You're just being, no, because the first time they did not. It was not. They went with, they went against what was actually on there because they knew that that's what the judge wanted.
He's upset because, reality's a kick in the ding ding. I get it.
I'm not upset. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. This is going on way too long. I just want to get back to my life. That's it. I just want to get back to my life. That's it. I just want to get back to my life. Like, I don't know how hard that is to understand.
So, Mr. Brooker, I think that we just need to go ahead and probably set it and stop beating around the bush.
What is the offer that's on the table right now?
I'm not taking.
Well, I'm just asking, what is it? Okay, so what is it that you want? In all honesty, like what all do you want?
I want you to go to the SATF program.
And what is that?
It's a substance abuse treatment facility.
And I have to wait a month just to go there?
The wait list right now is 3 weeks, but I can get them expedited.
We can expedite you in there as quick as possible.
What's expedited? Can I go tomorrow?
I don't know, Mr. Brooke. I mean, if I can get you there tomorrow, I will. I don't want to hold you just to hold you.
I want this over with. Just want this done with. I'm tired of this. I want
you to work the program honestly, though. I want you to do it well.
I just want this done with already. Like, I'm tired of this shit.
You need to understand that if you do well, the program will only be 6 months. If you don't respond well, it's going to be longer.
Program. I don't need a program. I'm not on drugs.
How soon can you expedite it?
I can give it a week.
You know what? And to update everybody and the entire world, you've sold me this story before, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I've never told you this since the last.
Cases later.
I've never picked up a case after I told you this.
I'm not playing this game with you again.
I'm not asking for any games. I'm not playing any games.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Sorry. I'll
Stop.
Okay, I'm setting your case for trial today.
Can I do the
Stop.
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Let me talk to him real quick.
Okay.
Is discovery complete?
On the ABI, yes. On the mischief, I'm missing it's also being it, but we can set it.
Please get on.
The offer was originally, it was
I'm not taking, no.
13-month deferred with TRAS and RUAs and no drugs. That was the offer before the 30 days. So that's still on the portal. You were asking.
And Chief, what case would you go forward on?
At this time, it would be the ABI, unless I get discovery, the surveillance on the mischief. At that point, if it's made available in time.
Who's the mischief against them?
It's a Walmart. It's Walmart.
Oh, that's right. He goes in there and
He breaks
then
the
breaks a
laptop.
computer.
Yeah, because he was using it for his personal stuff and got mad.
Um,
That's allegations.
So I don't know, Mr. Brooker, if you want to reach out to Mr. Frazier now and look, they've said they're offering you a 13-month, you say deferred?
Deferred, yes, sir. TRAS, RUAs, no drugs or
Well,
alcohol.
the TRAS is already done.
Well, it's TRAS and conditions, so the conditions,
So-
that, what it suggested was status, so that would be,
So
yeah.
So remember your composure.
this is the offer. The offer is a 13-month deferred, which is a type of probation that if you complete successfully, you don't end up with a conviction. That is on the assault. They will dismiss the criminal mischief. As part of the probation, though, you will be doing the substance abuse treatment facility. That's what we're asking you to do.
Can
And
I
if you
do
want to
something?
take that, you can. You don't have to, but if you don't, I'm going to set your case for trial. We will go on one or both of the trials, and on one of them, whichever one you're found guilty, if you're found guilty, you will go to the SATF program.
Is there any way that I can take substance abuse classes while on probation and do that, like an outpatient while on probation instead of going to SATF and then do?
No.
I don't understand why
I
not.
know you want to get out, but if I let you out and try to do the substance abuse thing outside, you're not going to do it.
If I'm court mandated, yes, I will.
No.
How do you, I did everything else.
Because you take off on me now when I let you out now.
I didn't take off. I
Yes,
did
you
what I
did.
had to do. I went down there.
I'm
I
not
didn't
going to
take off.
pissing match with you again.
I did not take off though.
You either take it.
I did not
That you-
take off. I showed up to court exactly on the 29th, exactly like I did, like was requested. I showed up.
Serenity now.
What?
Mr. Frazier,
Showed up.
you know what the deal is. They've offered you the deferred. If you want to take it, you can do it, and we can try to expedite you into the SATF program. If you don't want to do it, we'll just set your case for trial, and we'll do it the long way. So,
When would trial be?
I don't know, 30 days at least. Because he's got to subpoena witnesses. I have to give him time to subpoena witnesses. So at the fastest I could get you in for trial is 30 days.
This is
But I'm telling you
ridiculous.
this, I'm going to go to trial on the assault. I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, I know
If
for
you're
a
found
fact I
guilty on
never
the assault,
assaulted
if you're found
anybody.
not guilty on the
I know
assault,
for 100%
I'm gonna
fact.
go, we're going right then and there, right after, we're going to right trial on the criminal mischief.
That's fine.
One right
I
after.
know
the
I
other.
didn't assault anybody.
Okay. Well, then I can't take anything from you then if you're telling me you're not guilty.
And how long will it be until I can go into the status program?
Well,
It'll be a week if I can expedite it.
a week.
Just today's Friday, so.
And I'll order them to expedite it so that we can get you in a week. And then when you're in the program though, like I told you, if you're acting like this to me, like you are to them, what do you think is going to happen?
So what is it? What type of facility is it? Like in jail or?
It's a treatment facility where you're going to meet with people on a regular basis
I'm
to
saying
talk
it's still
about your
jail?
issues.
Is it a program? Is it a facility or is it jail?
You're housed in a different facility, okay? Is it in Atascocita? Where is it? So you're housed not in the jail here in downtown. They take you to a different facility, but you're not just free to leave. It's a different facility where it's rehab essentially, right? You're taken to a different facility. You meet with people on a regular basis to talk about substance abuse issues. They will routinely drug test you. And depending on how well you respond, it could be 6 months, it could be 9 months. If you're butting heads with me like you are now, it's going to be longer. It'll be 1.5 years. Take your time. I don't
No,
want
it's
you to make
fine.
a
I'll take
decision.
it.
I want you to think about it though.
It's fine. I'll take it because the longer I have to take, the longer I have to stay here. I don't want to be here.
Okay? You're ready to do it? Then I'm ready to do it with you.
It's fine.
And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to go visit you in Atascocita. I will personally go there to check on you to see how you're doing. because we can do that. And if you're not doing well, they're going to end up filing a motion to revoke your probation, and we're going to do it all over again. So I want you to take, and I want you to do it well. Okay, if you want to write it up, we can do it. You sure? Or do you want some time to think about it?
I'm thinking let's get the word from defense before I write it up. Yeah.
Let me put it back there so he can talk, Mr. Brooker can call and
Yeah,
talk to him real
absolutely.
quick.
For sure.
Before he makes any final decisions on that.
Okay, Mr. Brooker.
Judge, thank you. I spoke with Mr. Frasier. He wants to accept the offer now. My concern was that I'm not physically there, and he made some statements that I found a little concerning. So I would like to be there when we do this. So my request was going to be to set it for a plea on Monday, and take care of it on Monday, if that's permissible from the court.
Are we statements of self-harm?
No. I mean, he mentioned that he and I had not communicated and all of that, and
Okay.
you know, some other things.
You know, it's Mr. Brooker, he's upset at me. So don't take it personally. It's not you, it's me. And he wants to get his way. And when he doesn't get his way, he kicks and screams and cries. And that's what we've been dealing with for 5 years, right? So that's why I fell for it for, I mean, maybe 2, maybe 3 years, but now I'm not going to do it anymore. So I think he's venting frustration. So don't take it personally, but I'm happy to do it. If you want to do it Monday, absolutely, of course.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to call him one more time just to let him know how it was all resolved. But I appreciate that. That'll give me time to speak with him in person, and we can go from there.
He's probably going to be upset that we're rolling it to Monday, but hopefully he'll, be understanding, and we'll let him know. Can we still expedite it even though we don't? So let him know, Mr. Brooker, that we're still going to expedite his placement into SATF. So even though he's pleading on Monday, we're still going to try to get him in within a week.
The process has already started. Yes, sir. I'll let him know.
Okay.
All right. Y'all have a good weekend.
Thanks, bud. You too.
Bye-bye.
See you Monday.
Bye-bye.
I said that anyone that comes here can get a free tour of the jail. You can get a tour of Victoria's house too. They can stay with you, Victoria.
Why do people think I'm so mean?
What? No. Thank you for hanging out with us. Is Jasmine here? I'm gonna say hello to Jasmine. Go check out Court Vibes. Who else? American
Court.
Loan. Colin. I haven't seen Colin in a while. I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah, you gotta check out Kathy from Court Vibes and Bill
Time Served.
from American Courts. Who else?
Time Loan.
Oh, Time Served.
Mm.
Bill. Who else?
All right, guys, we're gonna roll, but thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you bright and early Monday.
Bye, everyone. Oh, Karen says it's Lone Wolf's birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know who else? McBride, Employee of the Month or Employee of the
I
Year.
saw that.
Congrats on that.
Congrats. I told
Is
her
she
that
here?
too.
Let's see.
Is
McBride.
Shanna
Yes, congrats.
on Employee of the Month.
And then happy birthday. So you say who's
Lone Wolf. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Lone Wolf.
Happy birthday, Lone Wolf.
All right, guys, we'll see you Monday morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you, everybody, for chatting. Thank you, Chris, for all the freaking super chats. Wow, dude, that's like everybody here is my birthday present. Making super chats is very kind, man. It's very kind. Thank you so much. The cat needs toys. The dogs need toys. So we're just going to say you're donating to the animal causes, and I really appreciate the donations to the animal causes. Those are really great, and it helps support the stream here and my ability to bring these things to everybody on the days that I get them out. Thank you so much. Come by on Monday for Manic Monday with Judge Manning. We're gonna do more of this type of stuff. I have Manning planned out. It's gonna be good. Judge Manning had a fairly decent week this week. I haven't seen everything, but I've seen a few things, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm planning on, since today was a little short, I'm gonna try and get as much Manning in as I can. And next week we'll probably be doing this at the same exact normal time as we normally do it. If you like this 10 o'clock time period, let me know in the comments below and all that type of good stuff. You know how to get in touch with me. We can have a discussion in the community tab or something like that. But yeah, come by every Saturday. We're gonna do more of this. Sometimes it'll be all Judge Fleischer like this. Sometimes it'll be Fleischer and Simpson and some other people. Who knows? I got a feeling of the other Texas judges will be back next week, and we'll have a lot more to look at over the week as I release other videos. So who knows what happens? But for now, I've got to let you go because I'm running a little bit behind and I got family waiting on me, and I have a birthday dinner to attend. So thank you all very much for coming and sharing a very special birthday stream with me this morning. It's been a really fun one. The chat's been very enjoyable, and I do appreciate all of you very, very much. I'll see you all next time. We're not redirecting anywhere, so you're just gonna have to go find your own stuff. Go watch some Colin. Colin's got some good stuff that just released. Y'all have a good day. I'm your Lone Wolf Usul, and I'll see you next time.